Crypto King is not a financial advisor.
What's going on, Learn Crypto TV family? So today I'm out here on a nice easy Friday afternoon. It looked like it's gonna rain out here. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I don't get caught in the rain out here. But anyway, we about to go in here and check out this Harding Botanical of Bogota. You know what I'm saying? Botanical Gardens, that's basically what it means. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and check this out, walk around, have a little discussion, you know how we do on the channel right here. Hopefully y'all having a good weekend. You know, I know back in the United States, everything getting ready to start back up as far as school is concerned. So, you know, you parents that's watching this video, man, hopefully, you know, you got everything in order, you know, and you got a plan in place, you know, just in case some unfortunate event, you know, try to pop off. But anyway, you know, not to somber the mood, just know you gotta be ready for anything. And anyhow, so we're gonna go ahead and check this out. I gotta go in the gate and pay, it looked like, I think. But anyway, and we'll walk through and take a tour of the Botanical Gardens in Bogota.
Welcome, family, and thank you for tuning in to Learn Crypto TV. So today, I want to talk about an interesting topic within the crypto space. We're going to talk about renewable energy and going green with Bitcoin. So the fundamental question that a lot of people have is, why does Bitcoin use so much energy? So I'm going to read to you two articles that I came across that I thought were very interesting, just to give a mind's perspective of why this is such a big topic. So let's just dive right on in. So why does Bitcoin consume so much energy? Well, conceptually, it doesn't seem like Bitcoin should require enormous amounts of electricity. All you have to do is point and click or tap your smartphone to buy and sell cryptocurrency. We've had a technology that does much the same for other sorts of digital transactions for decades. But it's Bitcoin's decentralized structure that drives its huge carbon emissions footprint. To verify transactions, Bitcoin requires computers to solve ever more complex math problems. This proof of work consensus mechanism is drastically more intensive than people may realize, according to this article.
Yeah, family, so it costs basically 5,000 pesos to come in. You know, I just got done finished paying, so I got my little ticket, I guess. That's gonna give me the proof to be able to go in and check everything out. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what this place is all about. And yeah, pretty cool. You know, I ain't never did nothing like this before, but yes. Hola. Gracias. So yeah, it's pretty nice and easy process to come in and do all of that. You know, they got to look like a little front desk right here, you know, and stuff. So, but anyway, I guess let me go walk around, man, and see what's going on. It look beautiful, set up nice. But yeah, right about now, 5,000 pesos to get in this place. That's probably right now that's equivalent to $1 and maybe between 45 and 60 cents. $1 and 45 and 60 cents. So let's just say at the high end, $1 and 60 cents. You get to come in here and walk here.
In the case of Bitcoin, and this is a quote, this is done by having many different competitors all conduct a race to see how quickly they can package the transactions and solve a mathematical problem, says Paul Brody, global blockchain leader at EY. Basically what he's describing in that quote was how the miners have their nodes or group of computers set up to solve a complex mathematical problem, and then whoever solves it first, they're rewarded Bitcoin, and then that information is now added to the next block on the blockchain in Bitcoin's ecosystem. That's basically what that is describing. He's describing in that quote. So reading on, The miner who completes the mathematical equation the fastest not only certifies the transaction, but also gets a small reward for their trouble in the form of a Bitcoin payment, like I just stated. In Bitcoin's early days, this process doesn't consume nation-state amounts of electricity, but inherent to the cryptocurrency's technology, for the math puzzles to become much more harder as people compete to solve them. And this dynamic will only accelerate as more people attempt to buy into Bitcoin. Multiple miners are using electricity in competition for rewards. Even though there may be hundreds of thousands of computers racing to solve the problem, only one can ultimately receive the Bitcoin honorarium. Quote, "Of course, this is wasteful in the sense of 99.99% of all machines that did the work will throw away the results since they did not win the race," says Brody. While the process procedures a fair and secure result, it also creates a ton of carbon emissions. I very much doubt whomever founded Bitcoin anticipated such enormous success in the future and consequently the enormous amounts of power we're talking about, Brody says, end quote. This process also takes an immense amount of time, upwards of 10 minutes per Bitcoin transaction. That's the time it takes for a new block to be mined. Other digital transactions, like those powered by Visa, are faster and they rely on less energy. Visa, for instance, can handle around 1,700 transactions per second compared to Bitcoin's 4 transactions per second. But now, with the invention of the Lightning Network, that there definitely, which has changed.
Yeah, fam, so that was interesting. I'm gonna, I guess on the way out of here, I come back by here and pick up me a little something. I seen a couple of things in there that I'd like to have, just to have, you know, support the little economy and stuff that's going on over here since I live here. And yeah, man. But yeah, right now from the looks of this right now, it seems like this here is just something to do, a nice little getaway for the day, or you know, you could come out here and walk through the park on a date or something like that. They look like they're doing some type of construction going on over here. Buenas, I see, you know what I'm saying, it's another black man here making an honest living, you know, contrary to what people think Colombia is. People live in the jungle out here or something. Well, I haven't really run into that, you know. Something that I like, you know, although it's not here, but check that out, you know. Y'all should be looking at that in the United States of America, you know, with those energy bills and that energy, that's the amount of what it costs, you know, man. I don't know what to say, man. I'm missing all of that, for real, me personally. Not saying that, no, I don't mean that I miss it. I'm saying I'm missing it by not being there, you know. But man, oh man, look at these beautiful palms. Check this out.
So in terms of crypto mining, the US holds the lion's share of global's Bitcoin mining market at about 38% of the global hash rate recovery, meaning that lots of Bitcoin computations, according to a May 2022 report from the Cambridge Digital Assets Program. Now, CDAP also found that China is the second biggest Bitcoin mining hub, despite Beijing's crackdown to eliminate Bitcoin mining within its borders, with more than 20% of the global share. Other Bitcoin mining hubs such as Kazakhstan with 13% of the global share, Canada at more than 6% of the share, and Russia at nearly 5%, and the rest scattered across the globe.
Interesting, you know. If anything, at minimum, I'd be able to get a little exercise in. So just by walking in here in this park, you can hear in the air right there. That's the plane flying over the top. The airport is really close, you know. probably about maybe 10 minutes from where I am. You can get to the airport in a taxi. But yeah, so you guys who've been thinking and watching the markets like myself, trying to see what kind of moves you want to make, one of the things that I've been doing is kind of like condensing my portfolio. Ironically, I've been increasing in NFTs, but I only deal with specific NFTs, so I'll start there on my portfolio condensing. I deal with the Dapper Labs. It's the flow token. Although I don't have any flow tokens in my portfolio, I do have that particular project's NFT platform that I use. And 3 of them that, are very well known are NBA Top Shot, NFL All Day, and UFC Strike. So I have NFTs in all of that platform. I'm just trying to show y'all some of the stuff that you'll see here in Bogota. In this Botanical Gardens in Bogota. So I guess this here tell you, this is a map to show you how big this place is. So, and it says, "Ustedes aquí." That means you are here. So those of you who go to little, parks and maps, you should understand that, when you see that "you are here," "Usted está aquí" that's how you say that, "you are here." "Usted está aquí." So now you just got a little Spanish lesson. But, come down here and live in a country like this, you definitely gonna have to know some Spanish, because guess what? Nobody here speaks English. Maybe 5, no more than 10% of the people speak Spanish. Hold on, I have to answer this telephone call. I'll be right back. So I'm back. Had to take that phone call and pass out some information real quick. But anyway, shoot, man. So this park is basically, it's peaceful and serene. But anyway, it gives you an opportunity to think, like I was telling y'all last week, on the episode last week, when I was walking through Santa Maria, the Lago de Santa Maria thing, if I could call that right. But anyway, what I'm saying? This is one of them situations that allow me to think. But anyway, like I was saying about my portfolio, with UFC Strike, where I ended, those are my, NFTs for that sector, and that particular project, which I said was Flow. If you don't want to invest in the NFTs, you can at least go invest in the Flow token, because you definitely will get value. You can, if you have a Kraken account, the Kraken, you can get the Flow token off of the Kraken account very easily. So you just have to go through the KYC process, which is know your customer, and then that'll help you to be able to get access to being able to purchase that. And also, if you live internationally, you can obviously get it on Binance. Binance, with it being the largest exchange for, the entire world, in el mundo. But anyway, so yeah, that's how you would get that Flow token if you don't want to invest in the particular NFTs themselves. All right, so as far as that is concerned, then, so when I started investing in crypto, I kind of basically, was just grabbing up projects and just, trying to, make sure I have myself positioned in the project to what I know could possibly, basically make me some money, and that's what I was doing. But then over time, I started seeing certain things taking place. I'm also in the security field, in the IT. I do security and networking. So I sat back and I started paying attention to a lot of the scams and a lot of the phishing attempts and, false accounts and all kind of stuff coming through. Because see, as a YouTube content creator, you get people reach out to you through your mediums, because when you put your email and stuff out there, people have access. So, I be getting, people be hitting me up all the time for advertisements on my channel, but a lot of those stuff is false. So, I don't really have time to be vetting and going through. So if it doesn't look real to me, I don't mess with it. Spoofing and all of that type of stuff, I don't deal with none of that. It has to be something legitimate, something with a trademark or a stamp on it that I can recognize and say, or go research and readily get information about them not being false. So, going through all of that process, I say, you know what? If I have you know, 40, 50 projects, which I had 43 at the top of my portfolio. I had 43 projects I was a part of. I said, if I have all these projects, I'm susceptible and I'm vulnerable to, you know, maybe getting my situation hacked, or, you know, something serious happening, and I'm not able to recover because I have, well, I mean, I'm diversified, but, you know, I'm gonna be losing portions of my accounts little by little, and I didn't want to deal with that. So I said, you know what, let's just go with the best projects that I believe in the most, that has the opportunity to be around for the long term. You know, let me just get in those projects. So I started condensing, I started swapping, I started adding to positions that I had already, because I'm a hodler. Okay, I'm not a person that's looking for the quick turnover. Although I had some projects, Solana was one of them, you know, that gave me a quick turnover. I got in Solana at $19 before it ran all the way up to almost 120 bucks or wherever it went. You know, I had it at $19, you know, so I had projects that made me some money, you know, but the projects that I'm trying to create a wealth situation here, you know, so my game is long term, always looking for the long term game. So, and by me doing that, you know, I'm setting myself up for growing wealth, which that's what you should be using this medium for. But anyway, so now I said all that to say, I'm going with my portfolio. I'm only dealing with, you know, 10 to 15 projects at the top. And if it goes over that, those projects that's over the 15 amount max that I would have in my portfolio at any one time, everything over that is strictly for me doing a quick flip. I know something about the pump or dump, and I'm about to jump in and jump out. That's how I would do that now. So, you know, and just going through a lot of these things, let's go this way. Okay. A lot of these things helped me learn my lesson a little bit. So, wow. Oh, I guess I can go up in the jungle. We'll go up in one of these things and see what's going on around here, since we in the botanical gardens. Yeah, man, but research is key. And you definitely want to make sure that you pay attention in DYOR for sure. So that way.
So, what can be done about Bitcoin's energy problem? Solving Bitcoin's giant energy consumption problem doesn't require much returning of centralized systems like the Visa network. And after all, the central promise of Bitcoin is the elimination of middlemen like the card networks and their concentrated power over finance. Instead, Bitcoin advocates that the people have more than a few options. Now, switching to renewable energy, continuing on in the article, the Bitcoin mining powered by renewable energy fell when China took measures to eliminate Bitcoin mining within its borders, forcing mining into other countries to go around.
Man, it's so peaceful in here, man. You know, I'm solo, but shoot, man, y'all have to do some stuff, man, that's different in life, man. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta step outside your comfort zone, do something uncomfortable. You know what I mean? And take in the experiences. You know, create experiences and then take them in. You know, and you can share those experiences. You know, I mean, that would probably be the best, you know, encourage and inspire other people to do the same. But yeah, man, I tell you what though, this place right here is, you could definitely come out here on a date, you know, and it feel good outside right now, you know, but this here, you could come out on a date. You know, them women who like to say, I like to take long walks in the park and all of that. This definitely a spot that you could do that on. You know, I'm like up here on the little gazebo thing. You can see I'm up off the ground. I'm elevated, you know, So, but and you can see the gorgeous beauty of the background, the mountains over the top of the trees inside the garden. You know, the landscape is kept up real good, you know, and stuff like that, man. So, yeah, man. And just enjoy the whole scenario and situation. I wish you can too, man. Well, you can't. You know what I mean? Use that PTO time. Stop trying to save it for retirement. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if you're going to make it to retirement or not. Use some of that PTO time, you know, to vacation, to do something different, and also invest in crypto projects. So hit that like button for me one time, man. Look at that. The plane it took off. That's what you're hearing. Close by the airport. Yeah. Yes, sir. You know, but hey, it's what it is, man. You know, everybody's gonna do what they want to do. You know, I just encourage you to, you know, live life boldly. You know what I'm saying? You know, who knows? Colombia may not be my last spot. I may end up in Bolivia. You know, Uruguay, Paraguay, Argentina. You know, Ecuador, Peru, Venezuela. You know, I'm not too sure about the Guyana and the French Guyana over there on that side over there. Brazil, I'll probably just go there and visit. I probably would never live there. But I do own some property in Brazil in the metaverse though. I own 2 properties in Rio, you know. So, but yeah, man. Let me shut this part down, show y'all some more of the park, cause as you
Since China's crackdown last year, the share of renewable energy powering crypto mining fell from nearly 42% in 2020 to 25% in August of 2021. Countless startups are to address Bitcoin's carbon footprint, each targeting new ways to bring more environmentally friendly energy to Bitcoin. Take Liquid Stack, which aims to more efficiently lower the temperature of mining rigs, or Genesis mining, which exclusively uses clean energy sources. But despite the carbon reducing endeavors, experts say Bitcoin carbon emissions have mushroomed and are now compatible with the country Greece with more than 10 million people. Now, transition to proof of stake systems. Proof of stake doesn't require the same mad dash as proof of work to solve complex puzzles, and it uses fewer resources. Put simply, proof of stake requires network participants to front a small amount of cryptocurrency to be entered into a lottery for the chance to verify transactions. The thought that if you're putting up some amount of your value as collateral, you are less likely to prove fraudulent transactions that would devalue the currency and the cost of your stake. Because proof of stake systems remove the competitive computational element, it saves energy and allows machine in proof of stake to work on one problem at a time, as opposed to proof of work systems in which an array of machines are rushing to solve a problem, thus wasting energy, says eToro cryptocurrency market analyst Simon Peters. Now I know I just said a mouthful here, or I just read a mouthful, but on other programs to come, I'm going to break down what proof of stake and what proof of work is, so that you can have a greater understanding of what all of this means once you do your own research and put it together. Now, Ethereum is the second largest cryptocurrency by market cap after Bitcoin. It is in the process of converting to proof of stake from proof of work as a part of Ethereum 2.0. This will dramatically reduce the energy consumption of Ethereum-based tokens by blockchain by an estimated 99.95%.
Man, those flowers are beautiful, aren't they? But yeah, so this stuff over here is called Tropicario. Yeah, but you have to purchase a little bracelet, I guess, at the service office in order to be able to go in there. So that was one thing that I didn't catch when I came in to come in to the garden. So you got so that's what, 5,000, I think. So I think it was another 10,000 if I can recall it correctly. But you saw it at the beginning. You can just run it back and you can see the prices up there on the top, and that'll be able to tell you how much it is. But for me, you know, I wasn't never really a nature person, but you know, for the last couple of weeks, you know, going out and just doing random walking and just going to seeing the nature and, you know, doing some thinking and stuff like that, you know, I can understand why people are passionate and concerned about, you know, keeping stuff green and making sure Bitcoin have no carbon footprint or emissions, you know, given out, which, you know, I can understand that, especially now walking through, you know, the botanical gardens of the Bogota. So for me, you know, I get it, you know, and it allows me to come in and do something for $1.60. You know, think about if I had a female with me. Oh, this would be wonderful. I can get to talk, get to know her, you know, see what she about. Look at it. Look at the beautiful pond. You know, ain't no frogs in them. I don't see no fish because it's one right here on the other side. It looked like it wrap around. So cool. And yeah, get to talk, get to know each other. You know, there's a couple of shops in here you can have coffee and stuff like that. Hell, you can see it now. It's all over the place. You know, this right here is up under the gazebo. You can see the people right there. They're dating. He got her laughing. So this definitely is a good place for you to come do all of that. But right now, check it out.
Ever since crypto assets first burst onto the mainstream financial conversation, there has been an ongoing debate just around how much power and energy are consumed by crypto transactions. Now, these statistics and anecdotes that have been used include the reality that Bitcoin consumes more power than some countries, and that mining Bitcoin is the equivalent of adding an entire new city onto some specific power grids. Now, crypto mining does absolutely consume significant amounts of power and energy, but that misses the broader and more important point. Every large industry, including the incumbent financial services industry and the multitude of streaming content providers so enjoyed worldwide, also consume large amounts of electricity and have done so for decades. This is not presented as an excuse, nor to try to advocate industries that are vastly different from one another. Rather, it is to highlight the simple reality that power consumption and usage is a fact that any and every industry must be able to justify. In other words, the question must be answered: is the power consumed and utilized by crypto assets worth it? This opens the door to more comprehensive questions that should be addressed. What are energy issues that investors and policymakers should keep in mind as the energy conversations around crypto continue to evolve?
Oh man, this is pretty cool. You know, I walked, it looked like I walked half of the gardens already, so I'm gonna walk the other half. But yeah, man, I heard this water coming. I say, oh, let me walk over here and see what this is. So I just followed the noise, and this is what I ran into, man. It's pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? Man-made waterfall. They need to clean the rest of this pond up, but you know, this here's another location. They got the little spots over here where you can sit down, you know, and sit down and talk to, you know, whoever you with, mom, dad, sister, brother, uncle, cousin, niece, girlfriend, kids, whatever. And this is a little stone. Maybe somebody can try and translate that. This is the Botanical Gardens of Bogota, and we are constantly preparing the kids for the future. That's what it looked like it say. I don't know. Maybe somebody can help me out with that. You know, I'm not too good on my Spanish just yet. But I am good enough to where I don't have to pull out my translator. You know, only when I get to the words to where I don't want to I need to fully explain what I'm trying to say. This here is talking about infectious diseases and stuff that's in the water. I think that's what this looked like. Yeah. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I would literally have to stand here and study this. But hey, definitely informational in this part. Definitely that.
Now, crypto can encourage green innovation, starting with perhaps the most impactful point of all, the growing utilization and integration of crypto assets throughout the economy at large, and is leading to the understanding that crypto assets can help spur energy and green innovations. This dovetails with the increasing policy attention being paid to renewable energy resources, including solar, wind, and hydroelectric sources. But the conversation does not end right there. Even now, as solutions connected to green renewable energy still seem to be pipeline versus ready for mass market adoption, crypto miners are operators and actively working with energy producers to find market-based solutions. For an example, there are numerous examples of crypto organizations working with oil and natural gas producers to make use of excess natural gas or other resources that would otherwise go to waste. As paradoxical as that might seem at first, the increasing power used by the crypto industry might actually pave the way for both more efficient and greener solutions over time. Now, crypto is already green. One statistic that often goes overlooked in what we become very intense debates over time around these merits of crypto assets is the reality that to a significant degree, crypto mining and other activities already leverage green and renewable energy resources. Now, depending on the specific study reference and the actual percentage of the power that comes from the green sources has been cited anywhere between 25 to 60%. But the message is the same. Crypto operators, when viewed through the lens, might actually be greener than the norm.
The Most High's green earth. I don't know how in the world a person can say that there's no Most High. I don't understand that. All these different species of plants. And we just talking about plants and trees. You know, stuff that just grow from the earth naturally, you know. It's been around for ages. But hey, yeah, I think I've walked the entire park of Botanical Gardens. I could not go inside of the these gazebo looking things and stuff, which is cool. I'll come on another day if I want to go check that out, or if I want to take a date in there or something. you know, we can come here and check it out. Well, like I said, this definitely is a place where you can come and you can get to know a companion and stuff like this, you know. So, and I've seen every age type out here, you know. I haven't seen an entire family yet. I've seen only couples and solo people like me. You know, that's what's out here right now. And this is what, it's a Friday afternoon, you know, a lot of people either off work, got their own businesses, and the businesses run themselves, or whatever the case may be. But either way, it's a nice day to be outside. So, you know, let me see if I can finish showing y'all other stuff if I can run into it, and then we'll finish the video. Hopefully you guys have learned something. Like always on my program, I try to make sure I uplift you in the way of education. So if you learned something today, write it down there in the comment. If you want to know more about something, write it down there in the comment, and then we can get to it. But let me see. Yeah, it look like something going on down here. I don't know what this is. I don't know, maybe it's a kitchen or something. Can grab something small, I don't know. But yeah, leave it down in the comment area, and then yeah, and I'll get to it as quickly as possible. Bam. Well, we're leaving the Jardín Botanical de Bogota, and yeah, but I'm about to take the long way back to my side. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this. I'm gonna walk, get me some more exercise in. I may walk and go to the mall, or you know, I just may walk, but I'm definitely going to get me something to eat, that's for sure, because I'm hungry. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I guess along the way I'll just be showing y'all some of what I get to look at, and hopefully you like it. But anyway, that's the plan. So yeah, let's get to it.
According to published by the U.S. Energy and Information Administration, on average, 12.1% of energy consumed and 20.1% of the electricity generated is derived from renewable resources. Stated in a different way, a verifiable by publicly available information, crypto mining and operators can use more renewably sourced energy than the average organization, at least in the United States. The crypto market is, of course, a global market, one so it would be difficult to exploitate the US trends to the global stage, but it is encouraging to see how wholeheartedly this sector has seemingly embraced renewable energy resources.
Well, fam, as you can see, still walking and stuff. And yeah, it's getting cloudy out here. I'm about to cross the walking bridge. There's also a bike riding bridge. You saw a couple of motos. And look at that background, that landscape back there. Beautiful. Getting some good old exercise in. But now, I'm trying to figure out what I want to eat, because there's so many options here. Food is so good. But anyway, I'll finish showing y'all. And when I get to the restaurant, wherever I do decide to sit down at, then we're in the program. And yeah, that'll be it. But in the meantime, continue to enjoy the views de Bogota. And I don't know what y'all talking about, man. Whoever said Colombia was a third world country? You know what I'm saying? Especially here in Bogota. And Bogota is an international city. You know, that's why when you do travel through South America, you know, one of the hubs that you're gonna probably fly through is Bogota. because it's the international airport pretty much of South America, in my opinion. You know, I might be wrong, but how in the world could y'all see all this? You see that behind me? You see all that up there in the mountains up there, man? And then you turn around and you look at the traffic this way, you know, and then you turn around and you look at the traffic on this side over here, you know. And this just one little small piece of Bogota, man. You know what I'm saying? I done been pretty much all over the place, but how can this be a third world country, man? How can you say that? I don't understand, but oh well.
Now, proof of stake is on the rise. For all of the passionate conversation around the subject of crypto energy consumption, it is also important to remember that these comments only refer to, in most cases, the power used by Bitcoin miners. Bitcoin, as it is commonly known, leverages the proof of work consensus protocol to verify blocks and maintain the integrity of the existing blockchain. These debates ignore the rapidly growing and diverse array of products and services that do not operate under the proof of work protocol, but rather the utilization of the proof of stake consensus methodology. Depending on the specific study referenced by, the transition of the proof of work to proof of stake will reduce the power consumption around certain blockchain and crypto products by up to 99%, which clearly would dramatically change the tone of current power-related conversations. With many of the more recent crypto asset applications, decentralized finance and non-fungible tokens or NFTs, to name just two, running on the Ethereum blockchain, and with the Ethereum community poised to move from proof of work to proof of stake, there's a dramatic shift potentially coming for the space. As with everything connected to the blockchain and crypto assets, seemingly simple headlines that dominate the conversation can overlook the nuanced layers that should be analyzed. Blockchain and crypto assets do consume rather than large amounts of energy. That is beyond dispute. Where the conversation should be is increasingly focused on the rationale behind the power usage of the crypto assets and how the energy is sourced. Crypto actually does not use power as does every business enterprise does, and the value delivered by crypto applications far exceeds the cost that they incur. The environmental future of the blockchain. Environmental impact aside, electricity costs eat into Bitcoin's mining profitability. By creating digital coins more efficiently, miners will also increase their profitability, but it may take it more likely that the blockchains will go mainstream. Integrating blockchain technology into every crevice of economic life could lower the carbon footprint of many businesses, says Brody. He believes that the smart contracts will allow companies to automate much of their complex payment and business process systems by automatically checking to make sure that the purchase order, for an example, complies with the terms and conditions of the contract, he stated. This might allow the company to reduce the number of employees who need to commute to the office to process orders, resulting in fewer transportation-related carbon emissions. Though we may not know the full potential green applications of blockchain technology for years to come, already there's talk of using it to combat big issues like helping big companies to log carbon emissions better, or even in a truly meta move using blockchain-powered carbon credits to move to carbon neutral futures.
Well, family, shucks, man. I'm walking down the street showing y'all the things, and I smell this place right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this place. It's a lot of options down this block, a lot of options, but I'm gonna go ahead and try this. You know, it smells pretty good. So, you know, and then after that, then we'll go ahead and shut down the program, man. Let me order me something to eat out of here, and then that'll be that. Well, fam, just got done with the food in there. You know, you saw that I ordered like 18 wings and some fries, and that was mango jugo de mango. It's a natural fruit juice, you know what I'm saying, with leche or milk. You know, so that was pretty good. So now I'm just gonna walk back to the apartment now at this point, and then from there, you know, I don't know. I'll try to find something to get into. I might go to a bar, have me a couple beers or something. I don't know. Who knows? But we'll see. But anyway, you know, we get ready to check out. Hopefully, again, like I always, y'all learn something on the program. And yeah, we'll check you out on the next episode. All right? We'll see you later from Bogota. Ciao.